Again, just another tough fight against the top guy. This is a big one, being main event again, but here, in New Jersey, New York area, on Fox, it's pretty awesome. It's where I want to be. Even though the celebrity aspects of it, having the more media coverage and all this stuff isn't necessarily what I want and desire. I understand that it's part of what I want. I want to be one of the faces of the UFC. I want to be recognized as one of the best. So this is going to come with it. So I greet it with open arms. I don't know. I wouldn't say there's anything I don't enjoy. I guess I don't enjoy the weight cut, but it's part of the process, and I just like the whole process. I know that in order to fight, I have to cut weight, so it's just something that I have to do. And again, I have to do the interviews and all that stuff. So it's just something that I do, and know that it's part of my main goal. If I beat Nate, and how I beat Nate. If it's a close fight, we'll see. If I go in there and do what I know I'm capable of doing and stop him, then it'd be pretty hard to deny, the opportunity to fight for the title.
Have they told you beforehand if it is going to be for number one?
I've heard it. Nobody put it in writing. So right now I'm just fighting Nate, and that's it.
Can you kind of go back to what the fight with Ben Henderson and sort of rebounding from that? What did you learn from that fight, and how did you kind of progress going forward and trying to get back into the title hunt, so to speak?
With that fight, I really cemented that I need to train smarter. I didn't step into the octagon at my best, and there were signs, and I should have picked up on them. Now thinking back, it's like, you're an idiot. You should have noticed you weren't running 100%. And gotten checked out, and then if had I gone to the doctor, I wouldn't have fought. So it's just a learning process, and I stepped inside the octagon against him, and he had a better night than I did. So that's just the way that it goes. I'm okay with that. He fought a great fight.
What did you have wrong with you at the time?
I had mono throughout the camp, and I ended up getting a kidney infection, probably unrelated to the mono, but just due to the weight cut leading up to it.
So due to all that, I guess it's easy to sort of get that loss kind of out of the system and move on pretty quickly?
Yes and no. It's like, okay, I expended just about every ounce of energy that I had in that fight, so I was satisfied with that. But like I said, I should have known that something was wrong. I'm a professional, I'm an adult, and I just should have known that I wasn't running on all cylinders, and just wasn't paying enough attention. Coming from that wrestling background, and fighters in general, we train so hard, and a lot of times we overtrain, and that was a perfect case. I was overtrained, and my body was just run down. So I took extra steps, in this, the fight with Melvin, and in this fight as well, to just use my head more and train more intelligently.
And then going into the fight with Melvin, did you kind of feel like I need to reestablish myself here, or did you feel like I've been around long enough that they'll kind of look past that loss and I just need to get a win here and move on?
It was good to get back on the winning ways, but it wasn't really so much reestablishing myself. I know I can beat anybody on the planet that fights at 155, so it's just getting back on that roll again. Working on the cardio. I'm in better shape than I've ever been. Everybody says that, but that's legitimately the case this time around. And he pushes a good pace on his feet, and it's just a matter of volume. And it's something that's difficult to deal with, frustrating. In training camp, it was frustrating dealing with guys mimicking his style. But it's about being able to handle that pace and outpace him, basically. Use my athletic advantages to fight my fight. He's tough everywhere, but he has been beat by guys that push him around and out-wrestle him. So while I don't necessarily just stick to the other guys' game plans, it's something I learned from. So I have that in my back pocket if I need it. in my opinion, what I've learned through this process is that fighting 5 is training is exactly the same as fighting 3. It's just mentally you gotta make that adjustment that okay, at the end of 15 minutes, you still got 2 more to go. I really haven't felt any pressure, to be honest. There has been that a little bit more media and all that stuff, and more people that I know saying they're going to come to the fight, but I've separated myself from dealing with tickets. I did that a long time ago. So yeah, it's exciting to be in the big fight around here and to have that support. I feed off the crowd. I feed off their cheers. So when I step into the octagon or making my way to the octagon, hopefully they're behind me, and I'll use that energy when I'm fighting.